Chapter 2003. The 6 great emperors discussed for a while and decided to launch the attack tomorrow. On the second day, all the experts gathered and charged towards Celestial City. Kill. Sound waves soared into the sky as endless killing intense soared. Countless experts charged towards Celestial City. Those below the Martial Emperor level attacked from below. Those above the Martial Emperor level attacked directly from above. Boom, boom. Terrifying loud sounds came from all around Celestial City. A great battle broke out. That area seemed to be on the verge of exploding. The sky was torn apart as if it was the end of the world. Fortunately, Celestial City was built by the Celestial Emperor in the past. It was sturdy and immortal. Even such an intense battle couldn't destroy Celestial City. Lu Ming, Uncle Kong, and the others stood in the sky and watched from afar. "Let's attack first," Emperor Wu Xiang said. Then, the 5 great emperors turned into 5 streaks of light and charged into Celestial City. Kill. In Celestial City, there were wild roars and terrifying rays of light that rushed towards Emperor Wu Xiang and the others. The battle between the great emperors broke out and reached the endless sky of Celestial City. The great emperors were too terrifying. If they fought below, the others would be affected and die in the aftermath of the battle between the great emperors. The battle became more and more intense. Even though they were far away, there were howling winds that swept over. "Palace Master, let's go." Uncle Kong waved his hand, and a power enveloped Lu Ming. Then, he tore through the void and arrived inside Celestial City in the next moment. This was the original place of Celestial Emperor Mountain. Below, there was a huge cave. Looking from afar, one could see a huge black vortex. Uncle Kong's figure dashed into the cave with a flicker. Roar. In the black vortex, there was a huge evil god tribe member. His body was incomparably huge. Compared to him, ordinary people were like ants. This huge evil god tribe member stretched out 2 palms and supported the 2 sides of the vortex. From time to time, there would be evil god tribe members rushing out from the vortex. At the edge of the vortex, there was a figure sitting cross-legged there. At this moment, that figure's gaze was like a divine sword as he looked at Uncle Kong and Lu Ming. "You want to attack the void passage? Kill." This person shouted and erupted with a terrifying aura. If Lu Ming wasn't enveloped by Uncle Kong's power, he would most likely be shaken to death. This person was also a great emperor expert that was guarding the void passage. Slash. Uncle Kong murmured. At this moment, Uncle Kong's slouching figure became tall and straight. His murky eyes shone with a bright light, like 2 stars in the night sky. A terrifying sword chi soared into the sky, shaking the heavens and earth. Clang! A beam of sword light slashed apart the heaven domain, destroying the sky dome as it slashed towards the evil god race's great emperor. Boom! Their attacks collided, causing the underground cave to shake violently. Cracks started to appear in the void. Some of the evil god tribe members that had just charged out of the whirlpool were directly reduced to ashes by the shockwaves. Clang! Clang! The long sword in Uncle Kong's hand vibrated unceasingly, and the sword whistled unceasingly. In an instant, he had slashed out hundreds and thousands of swords. Each slash could kill a peak true emperor. The evil god emperor of the evil god race howled in rage as he erupted forth with all his might to fight against Uncle Kong. However, at this moment, the evil god emperor was being suppressed. "Hallmaster, now is the time." Uncle Kong transmitted a message to Lu Ming. "Chaos stone plate." Lu Ming's heart moved, and the chaos stone plate flew out. It rapidly expanded until it was the size of a planet. It was boundless. "Suppress for me," Lu Ming roared. He controlled the chaos stone plate to suppress the void passage. The chaos stone plate emitted a resplendent radiance, wanting to seal the void passage. "Want to seal the void passage? Don't even think about it." The evil god race's great emperor roared. He used all his strength to break through Uncle Kong's sword light and stop Lu Ming. Bang! Bang! Uncle Kong moved with a mysterious footwork. With each step, his body would emit a bright light. As he moved forward, the light on his body became brighter and brighter. At the same time, Uncle Kong's sword aura became stronger and stronger. He had already gained the upper hand, suppressing the evil god race's great emperor. Pooh! Blood splattered everywhere. A deep wound appeared on the evil god race's great emperor's body, causing him to roar madly. At this moment, in the battlefield of the great emperors, the evil god race's great emperors naturally saw what was happening in the void passage. Damn it! They want to seal the void passage. Stop them! The demonic spirit religion leader roared. At this moment, he was fighting against Emperor Wu Xiang. Emperor Wu Xiang was formless and formless. He transformed into thousands of shadows and surrounded the demonic spirit religion leader. The other great emperors were also holding their opponents back. The most terrifying one was Emperor Hun Tian. His combat strength was terrifying, and he had the ability to shake the heavens and earth. He alone was holding back two great emperors. Suppress! Lu Ming roared. The Chaos Stone Plate continued to suppress the void passage. Roar! That huge evil god race's great emperor pressed on the edge of the void passage with one hand and dragged the Chaos Stone Plate with the other. For a moment, the Chaos Stone Plate was actually blocked and could not suppress it. Lu Ming's cultivation was ultimately too weak. That huge evil god race's great emperor cultivation was at least at the true emperor level. It was normal for it to be able to block it. Slash! At this moment, Uncle Kong shouted coldly. A sword light slashed down from the head of the huge evil god race's great emperor, splitting his head into two. The huge evil god race's great emperor roared and fell down powerlessly. His body disappeared into the vortex. Boom! Without any resistance, the Chaos Stone Plate pressed down and blocked the void passage. Rumble! The Chaos Stone Plate vibrated. It was about to completely embed itself into the void and become one with it to seal the void passage. Boom! Boom! The Chaos Stone Plate vibrated continuously. It seemed like the other side of the Chaos Stone Plate was suffering from a terrifying attack. Shwa! In the next moment, Uncle Kong landed on the Chaos Stone Plate with Lu Ming. Endless energy surged from Uncle Kong's body into the Chaos Stone Plate, helping Lu Ming to suppress the stone plate. Don't even think about it. Kill. Kill. The evil god race's great emperor attacked Uncle Kong crazily. High in the sky, the evil god race's great emperor also went crazy and started to fight with his life. With this, Emperor Wu Xiang and the others could no longer stop him. Shwa! Shwa! Several figures rushed into the cave in succession. Kill! Kill! Several evil god race's great emperors attacked Uncle Kong and Lu Ming together like a storm. Uncle Kong had to suppress the Chaos Stone Plate and diverted a portion of his energy. His battle strength was naturally insufficient. The long sword in his hand emitted endless sword light. Although he managed to block the attacks of several great emperors, he staggered and blood flowed out of his mouth. Uncle Kong. Lu Ming was extremely worried. Fortunately, Emperor Wu Xiang and the others arrived at the next moment, following which, the other great emperors also rushed in. A chaotic battle broke out in this place. However, this space was extremely mysterious. It was big enough. Back then, the Lotus World was here. There were 9 worlds. From this, one could see how big this space was. Many great emperors were in a chaotic battle. Uncle Kong's energy surged continuously into the Chaos Stone Plate. Chapter 2004. Rumble. The Chaos Stone Plate continued to vibrate as it continued to suppress the void passage. After the last loud rumble, the entire Chaos Stone Plate was completely embedded in the void passage as if it had merged with the space. The void passage was completely sealed. Damn it! All of you must die. The demon religion hierarch roared crazily as he attacked Emperor Wu Xiang with his terrifying power. The other great emperors of the evil god race also unleashed terrifying attacks. Their attacks were frenzied, as though they had all gone mad. With the void passage sealed, it was equivalent to cutting off their source of troops. Only the evil god tribe in Celestial City was left, and they would be wiped out sooner or later. You are doomed. You are doomed to fail. Emperor Wu Xiang said coldly. Fail? What a joke. So what if you sealed the passage? Other than you great emperors, who else can stop us? We will kill everyone below the great emperor realm, especially such geniuses. The demon religion hierarch's voice was incomparably cold and filled with terrifying killing intent. As he spoke, his cold gaze swept towards Lu Ming. Lu Ming felt a chill in his heart. Indeed, the other party still had 7 great emperors. This was a disaster. If the other party hid and deliberately avoided the great emperors of Yuan Mountain to hunt those below the great emperor realm, no one would be able to stop them. They would all die. And the great emperors of Yuan Mountain couldn't stay together every day. If they were separated, they would be attacked separately. Even the great emperors would die. If the 7 great emperors attacked without hesitation, it would be too dangerous. You have no chance. The Chaos Heaven Great Emperor, who had been silent all this time, spoke at this time. Then, he opened his palm and a door of light appeared in his palm. As soon as this door of light appeared, it instantly enlarged and turned into a giant door that was 10,000 feet tall. A terrifying suction force erupted from the door of light. Come in. The Chaos Heaven Great Emperor spoke as the power in his body surged into the door of light. The door of light erupted with an even stronger force that enveloped the 7 great emperors of the evil god tribe, wanting to swallow them into the door of light. Damn it, it's the gate of world viewing. They want to take us to the heavenly world. Let's go. The great emperors of the evil god tribe roared as they tried their best to rush out. Stay. At this moment, Emperor Wu Xiang, the Holy Emperor, the Emperor-like Emperor, Uncle Kong, and the others unleashed their full strength to tie down their opponents. Lu Ming was enveloped by Uncle Kong's power and stood behind him. He could not intervene in such a great battle at all. Damn it, the Celestial Emperor's body is only a bit away from 10%. I can't control it at all. Lu Ming's heart was filled with hatred. He wished he could help. Wang. The door of light trembled, and the suction force grew stronger and stronger, wanting to draw the 7 evil god tribe great emperors in. However, the evil god tribe great emperors resisted with all their might, unable to move the door at all. At this moment, the heavenly fire monarch also arrived at the door of light. A terrifying power surged into the door of light, making the door of light even more attractive. However, he was still lacking a little. The 7 immortal emperors of the evil god race attacked crazily. Their attacks were simply too terrifying. There were only 4 people in Uncle Kong's group, and they were trying their best to stop them. However, the situation was very critical. Bang! Emperor Wu Xiang was struck. His body trembled violently as blood flowed out of his mouth. However, he still refused to back down. At the same time, the Holy Emperor was also heavily injured. Heavenly Flame. Let's begin. The Chaos Heaven Emperor looked at the Heavenly Fire Monarch. All right. The Heavenly Fire Monarch nodded. Boom. Boom. Suddenly, a terrifying aura erupted from the Heavenly Fire Monarch and the Chaos Heaven Emperor. Their bodies seemed to be burning as if they were 2 men on fire. The attractive force of the world viewing gate suddenly increased by several times. The 7 people of the evil god tribe were attracted by the terrifying force and slowly moved toward the world viewing gate. The world viewing gate led to the heaven domain. If one was attracted by it, they would directly enter the heaven domain. Without finding the correct void passage, they would not be able to return. This way, the crisis of the Yuan Mountain could be resolved. You guys are crazy. How dare you burn yourselves? The demonic spirit church leader roared and charged forward with all his might. The other evil god tribe great emperors erupted with all their strength. All kinds of shocking power blasted toward Uncle Kong and the others. The power of the world viewing gate was useless against Uncle Kong and the others. Go in. Uncle Kong and the others blocked, not allowing them to charge out. For against 7, they were at an absolute disadvantage. At this moment, not only Emperor Wu Xiang, the Holy Emperor, the Emperor-like Great Emperor, and Uncle Kong were all injured. However, they did not care about their injuries and blocked the entrance like a divine wall. Come in. The Chaos Heaven Emperor and the Heavenly Fire Monarch shouted. Their bodies seemed to become transparent and were about to merge with the world viewing gate. The attractive force was getting stronger and stronger. No, I'm not willing. Finally, One of the evil god tribe great emperors could not resist and was pulled into the world viewing gate, disappearing. The other evil god tribe great emperors were shocked. They roared and fought with all their might. However, the Chaos Heaven Emperor and the Heavenly Fire Monarch were about to merge with the World Viewing Gate. The power of the World Viewing Gate was even stronger, causing the evil god tribe Great Emperors to be greatly affected. Great Emperors! Lu Ming's heart trembled, and he felt a lump in his throat. The Chaos Heaven Emperor and the Heavenly Fire Monarch were clearly fighting with all their might. They did not care about their own safety and wanted to send the other party into the Heaven Domain to ensure the safety of the Yuan Mountain. Most of the Heaven Domain had been occupied by the Evil God Tribe. There were countless Evil God Tribe experts gathered there, including a few great emperors. Get in! Emperor Wu Xiang, Uncle Kong, and the others attacked continuously, wanting to force the other party into the World Viewing Gate. Shua! Finally, another person was pulled into the World Viewing Gate. Every time someone was pulled in, the pressure on Uncle Kong and the others would lessen, and the other party's strength to resist would also decrease. No matter how unwilling the other party was, they could not change the situation. One by one, they were pulled into the World Viewing Gate and disappeared. A moment later, all the Evil God Tribe Great Emperors were pulled into the World Viewing Gate. At this moment, the Heavenly Fire Monarch and the Chaos Heaven Emperor's figures were almost transparent. Everyone, I'll leave the Yuan Mountain to you in the future. The Heavenly Fire Monarch cupped his fists. The two of you, take care. The Sacred Emperor, Uncle Kong, and the others also cupped their fists, a trace of sadness and helplessness on their faces. Lu Ming stepped forward, cupped his fists, and bowed to the two great emperors. At this moment, he only had respect for the two great emperors. Lu Ming, with your talent, it won't be a problem for you to surpass us old fellows in the future. I look forward to your growth. The Heavenly Fire Monarch said with a smile. The Chaos Heaven Emperor nodded and did not say anything. Shua. At this moment, the World Viewing Gate flashed and suddenly disappeared. The Heavenly Fire Monarch and the Chaos Heaven Emperor also disappeared. Lu Ming's heart trembled. The two great emperors disappeared just like that. Could it be that they had died? It was obvious that everything that had happened today had been planned by the great emperors. Chapter 2005. Uncle Kong, could it be that the two great emperors have already fallen? Lu Ming asked the question in his heart. I don't think so. Uncle Kong shook his head, but then said, but it's also very dangerous. They burned themselves and merged with the Gate of Realm Viewing, increasing the power of the Gate of Realm Viewing. However, their origin chi was greatly damaged, and they don't have much combat power left. And now, most of the territory of the Heaven Realm is under the control of the Evil God Tribe. Now that they have been brought into the Heaven Realm by the Gate of Realm Viewing, if they are lucky and fall into the territory of the human race or the monster race, it will be fine. If they fall into the territory of the Evil God Tribe, it will be dangerous. After saying that, Uncle Kong sighed. They lacked manpower, so they could only do this. If there were a few more great emperors, perhaps they wouldn't have to use such an extreme method. Lu Ming's heart trembled. In other words, the two great emperors' life and death were unpredictable. The two great emperors were high and mighty, almost immortal. In the land of Yuan Mountain, they were almost invincible. Such an existence was now putting himself in danger for the sake of Yuan Mountain. His life and death were unpredictable. It was admirable. Lu Ming, you don't have to be sad. Maybe they will be fine. Great Emperor Wu Xiang comforted Lu Ming. You still have to be sad. Great Emperor Wu Xiang's cold and arrogant voice sounded. He stared at Lu Ming and said, this battle is just a small interlude. The final battle will come sooner or later. We all know this. Great Emperor Hun Tian and Heavenly Fire also know this. They risked their lives to protect the land of Yuan Mountain. More importantly, they want to protect the younger generation. This is because your generation has reached a golden age. Many geniuses have gathered. You are the hope of the future. If a true powerful figure can be born in your generation, we will then have hope. Therefore, Lu Ming, grow up well. Definitely. At this moment, Lu Ming's eyes were incomparably firm. At this moment, he thought of many things. Perhaps, the three great emperors established the sacred academy of Yuan Mountain and spent a lot of effort to gather all the geniuses in the land of Yuan Mountain. They did their best to train them so that they could grow faster. It could be said that Great Emperor Wu Xiang, Great Emperor Hun Tian, and Great Emperor Heavenly Fire did not have the slightest selfishness. They were wholeheartedly for the Yuan realm, wholeheartedly to fight against the foreign race. Let's go out. It's time for this battle to end, Emperor Wu Xiang said. Several great emperors stepped out. In the next moment, they arrived in the airspace above Celestial City. The battle in Celestial City was still ongoing. It was incomparably bitter. Many figures were fighting in the sky. They were all martial emperors, and the scene was shocking. Clang! In Uncle Kong's hand, a sword light burst forth. A shocking sword light cut across the sky, splitting the entire sky apart. Several fiend god true emperors were slain in the blink of an eye. At the same time, Emperor Wu Xiang, Holy Emperor, and the others also made their moves. A Grand Emperor crushed the true emperors and void emperors of the fiend god tribe. Emperor blood dyed the sky red. In the blink of an eye, dozens of evil god tribes' emperor realm experts were killed. The great emperors have won. On Yuan Mountain's side, seeing the great emperor take action, someone immediately roared. The great emperor won. The roars became louder and louder, and the morale of Yuan Mountain's side increased greatly. As for the evil god tribe, their morale was greatly reduced. They saw the great emperors of the primordial mountain attacking, but they didn't see the great emperors of the evil god race attacking. At this moment, they panicked. The four great emperors attacked, and the evil god tribe's emperor realm experts were killed one after another. In this way, the great emperors of Yuan Mountain were free to attack, and the battle became one-sided. Large numbers of evil god tribe members were killed. Retreat! Retreat! The evil god tribe members roared. Retreat! Hide! Countless evil god tribe members flew in all directions. Some flew out of Celestial City, some flew directly into the city, and some even sank into the ground. Kill! Don't let any of them go. The experts of Yuan Mountain roared and chased after the evil god tribe members. The four great emperors killed a few more evil god tribe members, and then stopped and didn't continue to attack. Because of the previous battle, the four great emperors were seriously injured and needed to heal. Uncle Kong, are you all okay? Lu Ming was a little worried. I'm fine. I'm old. I just need to rest for a while, Uncle Kong said. His eyes became turbid again, and the aura of his body seemed to be very weak. Lu Ming, we need to heal. We'll leave the rest to you, Great Emperor Wu Xiang said. Then, the four great emperors left one after another. As for Lu Ming, he sent a message to Huang Ling and the others. He found Huang Ling and the others' location and joined them to hunt down the fleeing evil god tribe members. This pursuit lasted for a few days. Countless evil god tribe members were killed, and their corpses covered the inside and outside of Celestial City. However, there were still many evil god tribe members who fled into the wild mountains or various secret places to hide. One could imagine that if these evil god tribe members weren't eliminated, sooner or later, they would evolve into forces like the evil spirit religion and demon spirit religion, hunting the Yuan realm's powerhouses and geniuses. A few days later, the great emperors issued an order, summoning everyone to hunt evil god tribe members in Yuan Mountain. There would be corresponding rewards. For a time, countless people formed teams and hunted all over Yuan Mountain, sweeping through the evil god tribe. Many evil god tribe members were found and killed. In a flash, 2 months passed. On this day, Lu Ming, Huang Ling, Long Chun, and the others flew towards a wild mountain. Wei Xian, you can't have sensed wrongly, right? Is it really in this direction? Huang Li looked at a young man with a puzzled expression. It shouldn't be wrong. It's in this direction, the young man said. The young man was called Wei Xian, a member of Yuan Mountain Sacred Academy's Dragon Alliance. 2 months ago, he joined Lu Ming's team. Wei Xian had a powerful tracking talent. He could track the enemy based on extremely weak smells and auras. In the past 2 months, they had already tracked down and killed several batches of evil god tribe members. Most of them relied on Wei Xian's tracking technique. But this time, they had already tracked for 3 days, but they still couldn't find the evil god tribe members. No wonder Huangli had doubts. They continued to fly. Not long after, Wei Xian suddenly stopped. Why aren't we moving? Everyone was puzzled. What a strong smell of blood. Wei Xian frowned. Smell of blood? I don't smell it. Huangli sniffed, but he didn't smell anything. I smell it. What a strong smell of blood. Chirp, chirp. Bubbles sat on Lu Ming's shoulder and sniffed. Let's set off quickly. Lu Ming's face sank. Wei Xian led the way and flew towards the place where the smell of blood was. Not long after, they came to a town. But now, this town was lifeless and dead silent. Everyone was dead. Blood dyed the ground red, and the smell of blood was incomparably strong. In the town, corpses were piled up into mountains, and blood flowed into rivers. Chapter 2006. Darn evil god tribe. Huangli roared angrily as veins popped out all over his body. Huangling, Longqin, Luo Tianyi, Luo Xiang, Ouyang Wushuang, and company also emitted cold-killing intent. Clearly, this was the work of the evil god tribe. Wherever the evil god tribe passed, blood flowed like a river, leaving nothing behind. The reason why the evil god tribe killed so many people is to use the smell of blood to conceal their auras, so as to escape our pursuit. Wei Xian gritted his teeth as he clenched his fists tightly. These words made Lu Ming and company's killing intent even stronger. The evil god tribe had killed so many people just to use the smell of blood to conceal their auras, so as to escape their pursuit. Their methods were so cruel that it made one's hair stand on end. Darn evil god tribe. Kill, kill. We must kill all these beasts. Huangli roared angrily. There was no room for reconciliation between the evil god tribe and them. When both sides met, there was only killing. It's either you die, or I die. Wei Xian, can you continue tracking? Lu Ming took a deep breath to calm himself down before asking. These evil god tribe members are very cunning. They massacred the entire city and collected a large amount of blood. Moreover, they separated into a few paths and scattered their blood along the way to deceive us. However, they still underestimated me. As long as you give me some time, I will be able to find the correct direction. Wei Xian said. All right, let's set off. Lu Ming nodded. The group circled around the city. Wei Xian sensed carefully, and after a moment, he pointed to the left and led the way. The rest followed. This time, after another half a day, they arrived at the entrance of a hidden valley. There were many mountains here, one after another. It was as if there was no end to them. If they did not have powerful tracking techniques, it would not be easy to find them if they hid here. The evil god tribe is in this valley, Wei Xian said. All right, Wei Xian. The few of you guard the valley entrance. Lu Ming looked at Wei Xian and a few desolate race members with weaker cultivation levels. Can I join the battle? The alliance leader is my idol, Wei Xian said. 2 months ago, he had taken the initiative to find Lu Ming and company. The moment he saw Lu Ming, he said that Lu Ming was his idol. He had joined the Dragon Alliance because of this. In the beginning, Lu Ming was rather speechless. But during this period of time, Wei Xian had already integrated into the team and obtained everyone's approval. However, Wei Xian's cultivation was still a little low. He had just broken through to Great Sage not long ago. Lu Ming didn't want him to take the risk. Your duty at the entrance of the valley is also very important. If any fish escapes the net, you will be responsible for sniping, Lu Ming said. Wei Xian was helpless. He knew that his cultivation was weak, and if he followed them in, he might be a burden to Lu Ming and the others. Thus, he nodded and stayed. Lu Ming, Huangli, Huangling, Longqin, Luo Xiang, Ouyang Wushuang, Luo Tianyi, and Bubbles retracted their auras and walked towards the valley. In the valley, there were at least several tens of members of the evil god tribe gathered together. Some were recuperating, while others were cultivating. Enemy attack. The evil god race was very sharp. The moment Lu Ming and the others entered the valley, they were discovered by the evil god race. Several tens of members of the evil god tribe unleashed their auras at the same time, and their gazes swept toward Lu Ming and the others. A few youths kill. When some members of the evil god race saw that Lu Ming and the others were just youths, they immediately roared. Destructive light burst forth from their third eyes, and they charged toward Lu Ming and the others. At the same time, the third eyes of the other members of the evil god race shot out beams of destructive light with astonishing might. The members of the evil god race who could escape here were all experts. At the very least, they were absolute sages. Most of them were quasi-emperors. Kill! Lu Ming and the others shouted. They unleashed their attacks, shattering the beams of destructive light as they charged toward the evil god race. After such a long period of fighting, Lu Ming and the others' strength had improved by leaps and bounds. Almost every one of them had the strength to contend against, or even kill, an ordinary quasi-emperor. As for Lu Ming and Bubbles, their battle prowess was even more astonishing. With a wave of their hands, they killed quasi-emperors. In an instant, more than 10 members of the evil god race were killed by them. The remaining members of the evil god race had extremely ugly expressions. They knew that they had encountered terrifying geniuses. Retreat! Retreat! Some members of the evil god race roared, wanting to retreat into the depths of the valley. Bubbles, stop them! Lu Ming transmitted his voice to Bubbles. Watch me! Chirp chirp! Bubbles pressed down with her small hand. The void fluctuated, and the space formed many shields, enveloping the evil god race within. Boom! Boom! The attacks of the evil god race struck the spatial shields. They wanted to charge out, but they couldn't break through them at all. Then, Lu Ming and the others arrived, and the members of the evil god race were killed one by one. Courting death. At this moment, an explosive roar came from the depths of the valley, causing the entire valley to tremble. A vast might spread out from the depths of the valley. That was Emperor's might. There was actually an Emperor Realm evil god race member in this valley. No wonder those members of the evil god race wanted to charge into the depths of the valley just now. The expressions of Lu Ming and the others turned somewhat grave. Swoosh! 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 Lu Ming continuously used the primal chaos tribulation finger. Streams of finger energy rushed out, killing all the remaining members of the evil god race. In the next moment, a strong wind blew. A tall and burly evil god race member rushed out and landed heavily on the ground. A vast pressure pressed down on Lu Ming and the others, as heavy as a mountain. This was a genuine Emperor Realm evil god race member. However, it seemed like he was only an illusionary emperor. He's injured, Huangling said. Indeed, half of this evil god race member's body had exploded. There was a layer of flames burning on the wound, giving off sizzling sounds, preventing the evil god race member from recovering. Clearly, this evil god race member had fled here with serious injuries and was recuperating. However, Lu Ming and the others didn't dare to be careless. Even an injured martial emperor was definitely terrifying. Even if I'm injured, I can kill you all. Kill! The evil god race's illusionary emperor shouted. The third eye at the center of his brows shot out a destructive light. Primal chaos tribulation finger. Lu Ming pointed his finger with all his might. A huge finger collided with the other party's light of destruction. Boom! A loud sound rang out, and the primal chaos tribulation finger shattered. However, Lu Ming blocked the destructive light as well. Lu Ming's figure trembled as he moved back. He felt his chi and blood surging. The martial emperor realm is indeed strong. Lu Ming thought to himself. Given Lu Ming's current combat prowess, killing a quasi-emperor would be as easy as taking something out of his pocket. However, he was at a disadvantage after exchanging one move with the other party. Martial emperors were too strong. They had already refined world energy and possessed unparalleled offensive power. The difference between a quasi-emperor and a martial emperor was too great. Lu Ming sighed. However, he didn't know that the other party was even more shocked. It was just an absolute sage. To think that the other party could block one of his moves. This was simply inconceivable. Martial emperors were aloof existences with boundless lifespans. In some places, they were called immortal. When facing a martial emperor, those below martial emperor could not resist at all. They could kill them with just a thought. Chapter 2007. Kill. Kill. This brat must die. The evil god race martial emperor roared in his heart. If such an outstanding talent matured, he would be a great enemy of their race. Boundless light burst forth from the evil god race martial emperor's body, and his aura grew increasingly stronger. A huge battle axe appeared in his hand. I'll block him from the front. Bubble will coordinate with me. You guys attack from the back. Lu Ming sent voice transmissions to everyone. His acupoints lit up, and 10 odd holy weapons floated out and circled around him. Whoosh! Lu Ming executed the primal chaos tribulation finger again and pointed. A huge primal chaos tribulation finger shot towards the other party. Kill! The quasi-emperor of the evil god tribe hollered as his burly body charged toward Lu Ming. His third eye once again emitted a beam of destructive light. At the same time, he brandished his battle axe and charged at Lu Ming. At this moment, Bubble pressed his hands together, and a transparent bubble enveloped the quasi-emperor. At the same time, the surrounding space turned into spatial blades that chopped at the quasi-emperor. Break for me! The evil god race martial emperor roared. His realm energy erupted, and the transparent bubble shook intensely, looking like it would shatter at any moment. At the same time, he continuously swung his battle axe, shattering Bubble's attacks. At this moment, the attacks of the others arrived as well. A blazing phoenix spread its wings and flew towards the evil god race martial emperor. An immemorial dragon-esque elephant stepped on the void and pressed forward. A star and a terrifying sword light charged at the evil god race martial emperor at the same time. Following that, Luo Tianyi and Ouyang Wushuang attacked as well. With so many people attacking together, the might was astonishing. The evil god race martial emperor roared and continuously swung his battle axe, breaking apart the attacks. Whoosh! The evil god race martial emperor's third eye shot out another destructive light, shattering the transparent bubble. All of you, die! The evil god race martial emperor roared. His third eye shot out a dazzling light. Boundless energy in the world gathered towards that eye. Oh no! Lu Ming's expression changed slightly. At this moment, Bubble executed the space-time laws. Space-time power enveloped Lu Ming and the others, increasing their speed. Whoosh! 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 In the next moment, more than 10 beams of light shot out of the evil god race's martial emperor's eyes at a startling speed. Fortunately, each of them was enveloped in the law of space and time. Their speed increased sharply, and in a flash, they dodged the attack of the light. Lu Ming continuously dodged the attacks of the light. With a wave of his hand, 9 hell-suppressing steels appeared and shot towards the evil god race's martial emperor. Prison-suppressing steel. The evil god race's martial emperor exclaimed. His voice contained shock and fear. He brandished his battle axe and slashed at the prison-suppressing steel. Boom! Boom! After 9 consecutive explosions, he destroyed 9 of the prison-suppressing monument's phantoms. However, he was also suppressed by the prison-suppressing monument's miraculous powers and was forced to retreat. It is indeed effective. Continue. Lu Ming's eyes lit up. The hell-suppressing steel was indeed effective against the evil god tribe. Lu Ming continued to execute the suppressing hell heavenly skill. Shadows of suppressing hell steels appeared and flew towards the evil god tribe's martial emperor. At the same time, Bubble and the others continued to attack the evil god clan's martial emperors. For a time, the evil god race's martial emperor was at a disadvantage. Roar! Boundless talisman scripts spread out from Lu Ming's hand, forming a true dragon that charged at the evil god race's martial emperor. The might of this true dragon was extremely startling. Although the evil god race's martial emperor exploded, it turned into boundless talisman scripts that covered the evil god race's martial emperor, forming a sealing power. In the past, Lu Ming had not only made breakthroughs in his cultivation, but also made significant progress in other aspects. Now, he could already merge the Sealing Scroll, Illusion Spirit Scroll, and Destruction Scroll together to attack. When the 3 scrolls merged together, their might was extremely horrifying. They had both the terrifying power of destruction and the power of sealing. Furthermore, when the 3 scrolls merged together, Lu Ming's array Dao laws reached 99% completion. One could say that the might of the three scrolls merged together was no weaker than the primal chaos tribulation finger. After all, the evil god race's martial emperor was severely injured, and his combat prowess was greatly reduced. As for Lu Ming and the others, they were all astonishingly strong. Lu Ming's combat prowess was already sufficient for him to fight the other party head-on. Furthermore, Bubble's space-time laws restricted the other party, weakening the other party's combat prowess. The others focused their attacks on the evil god race's martial emperor's wounds, worsening his injuries. Of course, the thing that injured the evil god race's martial emperor the most was the hell-suppressing heavenly art. After exchanging several dozen moves, the evil god race's martial emperor's injuries worsened. His aura was much weaker than before. Destruction. Primal Chaos Tribulation Finger. At this moment, Lu Ming circulated all his sacred energy and pointed with his finger at full power. An incomparably huge finger condensed and descended from the sky, pressing down on the evil god race's martial emperor. Furthermore, the surface of this finger not only had the primal chaos laws, but also densely packed talisman scripts. This was a trump card that Lu Ming had come up with during this period. He merged the might of the Destruction Scroll with the Primal Chaos Tribulation Finger. The Primal Chaos Tribulation Finger already had terrifying offensive power. Now, with the addition of the Destruction Scroll's power, its might was even more horrifying. This already involved the fusion of two types of laws. Although it was not a complete fusion, only a superficial fusion, its might was already extremely terrifying. It had become Lu Ming's strongest killing move. Lu Ming named it Destruction, Primal Chaos Tribulation Finger. How can it be so strong? The evil god race's martial emperor roared. The might of this finger shocked him, and he felt a fatal threat. He found it hard to imagine that an absolute saint could launch such a terrifying attack. I have to block it. The evil god race's martial emperor circulated all his strength and crazily erupted, wanting to block this finger. However, at this moment, another transparent bubble enveloped him. At the same time, the space around him seemed to freeze and crazily press down on him. There was even a terrifying power of time acting on his wounds. This was the power of time acceleration, causing his wounds to worsen. At the same time, the attacks of the others arrived. Lu Ming and the others cooperated seamlessly. Roar! The evil god race's martial emperor roared and chopped down with his axe with all his strength. However, his strength was greatly restricted. The might he could bring out was limited. When the battle axe and the huge finger clashed, there was a terrifying explosion. Wong! The battle axe vibrated. The evil god race's martial emperor could not hold on to the battle axe and was sent flying. The huge finger tapped the evil god race's martial emperor. The powerful force wanted to blast him apart. Boom! The evil god race's martial emperor's body crashed heavily into the valley. The entire valley directly shattered. Everything within a few thousand miles exploded. Countless rocks flew everywhere. The scene was extremely horrifying. This move severely injured the evil god race's martial emperor, who was on the verge of death. Prison suppressing steel. Suppress? At this moment, Lu Ming's spine lit up. The prison suppressing steel bloodline flew out. Chapter 2008. The two fragments of the hell-suppressing steel's bloodline gathered together. At this moment, the two large characters on the two fragments shone brightly. They gave off a startling suppressive force as they pressed down on the evil god race martial emperor. No, the evil god race martial emperor roared in horror. The evil god race martial emperor was already severely injured. Now, he struggled to stand up and burst forth with his remaining strength, wanting to block the hell-suppressing steel. Boom! The evil god race martial emperor raised both hands and burst forth with all his strength. However, when his palms came into contact with the hell-suppressing steel, his body trembled violently. The horror on his face intensified. The evil god race martial emperor's body kept exploding. After a few breaths, the evil god race martial emperor's body completely exploded, turning into ashes, leaving behind only a storage bracelet and a battle axe. Lu Ming waved his hand and grabbed the storage bracelet. The others released a long breath. It was impossible to say that they did not feel any pressure when facing a martial emperor. Fortunately, the other party was severely injured earlier, greatly reducing his combat prowess. Otherwise, even if they worked together, they might not be a match for him. A martial emperor was a martial emperor, after all. Even a faux emperor was extremely terrifying. Let's recover here first. After patrolling the valley, Lu Ming did not discover anything strange. He planned to recover here first, adjusting his condition to peak condition before returning. Everyone nodded and sat down cross-legged, starting to recover. Lu Ming entered the mountain-river diagram and arrived beside the Heavenly Emperor's body. Over the past 2 months, every time Lu Ming killed an evil god race cultivator and obtained a crystal, he would refine the energy of the crystal into the Heavenly Emperor's body. Now, the energy stored in the Heavenly Emperor's body exceeded 10%. Lu Ming could now control the Heavenly Emperor's body completely. However, unless he had no other choice, Lu Ming would not use the Heavenly Emperor's body easily. After using it, it would be too difficult to store up that much energy again, requiring a shocking amount of resources. Lu Ming took out the evil god race Martial Emperor's storage bracelet. In the next moment, a large pile of crystals appeared on the ground. Martial Emperors indeed have a lot of resources. Looking at the large pile of crystals, Lu Ming revealed a smile. Bang, bang, bang. Next, Lu Ming activated his cultivation technique, causing a large pile of crystals to explode and be absorbed by the Celestial Thearch's body. After absorbing all the energy from the crystals, the energy stored in the Celestial Emperor's body reached 12%. I wonder how powerful the Celestial Emperor's body will be if I control it now. Lu Ming was looking forward to it. This was the physical body of a heavenly emperor. The power that erupted from it was absolutely unimaginable. Then, Lu Ming took out some origin stones, swallowed and refined them, and restored himself to his peak state. When everyone had recovered to their peak condition, they returned to the Celestial City. During this period of time, the evil god race in Heaven Empyrean City had basically been wiped clean. Heaven Empyrean City began a large-scale reconstruction. The Origin Mountain Sacred Academy was reopened. Alliance leader, the Wei clan has already begun to rebuild. I'll return to the Wei clan first. If you have time, come visit the Wei clan. Wei Xian said with a smile. All right, I hope the Wei clan can rise again. Lu Ming patted Wei Xian's shoulder. The Wei clan was originally a pretty good force in Celestial City with a true emperor overseeing it. However, the Wei clan's location was very close to the original Celestial Emperor Mountain. When the evil god race attacked, the Wei clan bore the brunt. In that battle, the upper echelons of the Wei clan were almost wiped out. All the Emperor Realm powerhouses were killed by the evil god race. The Wei clan was almost completely destroyed. Only a few members of the Wei clan who were not in the clan managed to preserve their lives. For example, Wei Xian was in the Origin Mountain Sacred Academy back then. That was why he was fine. Now, the remaining members of the Wei clan were rebuilding the clan. After Wei Xian left, Lu Ming and the others strolled around Celestial City. Celestial City had suffered a great battle and was severely damaged. All kinds of ancient ruins had collapsed. No one knew how long it would take to repair them. Boom! Suddenly, there was a rumble, and several figures were blasted out of a collapsed palace. What are you doing? This is my Lu clan's residence. One of them roared at the palace. From now on, it belongs to my Hung clan. A cold voice sounded. More than 10 figures stepped out and appeared in the air. People of the Hung clan. A cold light flashed in the eyes of Lu Ming and the others. During the great battle back then, the Hung clan was nowhere to be seen. Now that the battle was won and the evil god race was annihilated, the Hung clan immediately ran out. And from the looks of it, they seemed to want to invade the territory of other forces. Your Hung clan is simply despicable and shameless. Why didn't you make a move during the battle with the evil god race? Now that the battle is over, you run out and want to take over my Lu clan's residence. Despicable. In the Lu clan, a young man roared in anger. How dare you humiliate my Hung clan? You deserve to die. An expert of the Hung clan roared. A sword light burst forth, slashing towards the young man from the Liu clan. The person from the Han clan who made a move was at the peak of the absolute saint realm. The young man from the Liu clan couldn't resist at all. Boom! A fist crossed the void and defeated the sword light of the Han clan expert. It was Huangli who made a move. His eyes were filled with anger. Who are you? How dare you interfere in the affairs of our Han clan? You're courting death. The experts of the Han clan glanced at Huangli before looking at Lu Ming and the others. Suddenly, someone's expression changed. Lu Ming. He is Lu Ming. It is true that your Han clan is despicable and shameless. Can't you let others say it? Lu Ming said disdainfully. Lu Ming, are you sure you want to interfere in my Han clan's matters? A quasi-emperor of the Han clan looked coldly at Lu Ming. Scram. Lu Ming suddenly took a step forward. A violent pressure pressed down on the people of the Han clan. The expressions of the Tinod people of the Han clan changed drastically. Under this pressure, they retreated continuously. They looked at Lu Ming with horror in their eyes. Lu Ming was becoming more and more terrifying. When ordinary quasi-emperors faced Lu Ming, it was as if they were facing a huge monster. They couldn't even think of resisting. Lu Ming, just you wait. A quasi-emperor of the Han clan left behind some ruthless words and left dejectedly. Many thanks. The few people of the Liu clan thanked Lu Ming and the others. Lu Ming shook his head and didn't say anything. He left with Huangli and the others. He understood that he could only help the Liu clan for a while. Since the Han clan returned and wanted to annex the Liu clan definitely couldn't be saved. They continued to stroll around. However, what they saw next filled them with righteous indignation. Not only did the Han clan return, but the He clan also returned. These two overlords of Celestial Emperor City were great emperor-level factions. They possessed incomparably strong combat strength. However, the figures of these two clans were nowhere to be seen in the previous battle. After the battle ended, the people of these two clans appeared. The key was that the Han clan and the He clan were taking the opportunity to annex the territories of other factions. In the past, the Han clan and the He clan were enemies. The other factions in Celestial Emperor City were also very strong. If they worked together, they could still contend against the two clans. However, after the battle with the evil god tribe, many factions in Celestial Emperor City suffered heavy losses. They were simply unable to fight against the Han clan and the He clan. Chapter 2009. Despicable. How despicable. Huangli couldn't help but roar. The eyes of the others were also filled with anger. Some factions wanted to resist, but they were killed immediately. Their abilities were limited, and they couldn't do anything about it. Oh no, the Wei clan is in danger. Lu Ming's expression suddenly changed. Almost all of the Wei clan's martial emperors were dead. Only a few people were left to rebuild the Wei clan. There were no experts at all. The Wei clan's residents and other resources would definitely be targeted by the Han clan and the He clan. Wei Xian had just returned, and he would probably be in danger. Thinking of this, the others' expressions changed. Let's go to the Wei clan. Lu Ming led the way to the Wei clan, and the others followed. At this moment, the Wei clan was indeed in danger. The He clan had their eyes on this place. Bang! A Wei clan's martial emperor killed a martial emperor of the He clan with a single slash. Today, you have to agree even if you don't want to. If you don't, you'll die. A martial emperor of the He clan sneered and looked down at the remaining members of the Wei clan. There were only about 100 people left in the Wei clan, and the strongest was only a martial emperor. It was impossible for them to fight against the He clan. The He clan is despicable. In the previous battle, no one dared to fight. What kind of martial emperors are you? You're worse than shit. Wei Xian had also returned to the Wei clan. At this moment, he was furious. Brat, how dare you humiliate the He clan and the martial emperor of the He clan? You'll suffer a terrible fate. I promise. A martial emperor of the He clan walked toward Wei Xian with a cold gaze. I'm from the Origin Mountain Academy. How dare you touch me? Wei Xian said. So what if you're from the Origin Mountain Academy? I'll still kill you. The martial emperor of the He clan shouted coldly and was about to kill Wei Xian. Wei Xian, go quickly. I'll stop them. A white-haired elder of the Wei clan shouted and charged toward the martial emperor of the He clan. Old dog, how dare you resist? Since that's the case, the Wei clan doesn't need to stay in this world anymore. Kill them all. A martial emperor of the He clan ordered. There were more than a dozen martial emperors and dozens of absolute saints from the He clan. Their strength was far stronger than the remaining members of the Wei clan. Whoosh, whoosh. The strong cultivators of the Hung family moved. More than a dozen boundary emperors and dozens of absolute saints charged toward the Wei family. There were only 5 or 6 great emperors left in the Wei clan. The others were either absolute saints or below absolute saints. They couldn't fend off the He clan's attacks at all. All of a sudden, the Wei clan members were killed one after another. Screams of agony filled the air. Watching the Wei family members being slaughtered one after another, Wei Xian roared in anger, his eyes bloodshot. In the blink of an eye, only a few quasi-emperors of the Wei clan remained, still resisting with all their might. However, their fate was already sealed when they were surrounded by more than 10 boundary emperors from the He clan. Soon, all the Wei clan quasi-emperors were killed. Of the Wei clan's people, only Wei Xian remained. This was done on purpose. Otherwise, Wei Xian would have died long ago. Your He clan will die a horrible death. Wei Xian roared furiously. His eyes were bloodshot from anger. Pa! A quasi-emperor of the He clan slapped Wei Xian in the face, sending him flying and crashing into a dilapidated wall of the Wei clan. Whoosh! The He clan quasi-emperor moved and appeared beside Wei Xian, stepping on him. So what if you are from the Origin Mountain Sacred Court? You are still trampled under my feet like a dead dog. Ha ha! This He clan quasi-emperor laughed arrogantly. You better move your feet away. Otherwise, you will die a horrible death. At this moment, an extremely cold voice came from afar. Following that, more than 10 figures appeared nearby with a flash. These people were Lu Ming and the others. Alliance Chief. Seeing Lu Ming, Wei Xian roared. His eyes were filled with hope. It's Lu Ming. Someone in the He clan recognized Lu Ming and exclaimed. The expressions of the other He clan members also changed abruptly. Lu Ming had made a name for himself in the world of the Lotus Flower. Even the Eternal Star River was defeated by Lu Ming. No one below Martial Emperor did not fear him. I said, move your feet away. Did you not hear me? Lu Ming's eyes were cold. He glanced at the He clan quasi-emperor who was stepping on Wei Xian and walked toward him step by step. The He clan quasi-emperor had a grave expression. He said, Lu Ming, this is my He clan's matter. You better mind your own business. It seems like you want to die. Lu Ming said coldly. Just as Lu Ming's voice fell, a transparent bubble enveloped the He clan quasi-emperor. The quasi-emperor's body stiffened. Sacred power surged in Lu Ming's hand and condensed into a long spear. The long spear was covered with runes of destruction array Dao. No, stop. The He clan quasi-emperor panicked. He screamed in horror and struggled with all his might. However, it was all in vain. Whoosh! Lu Ming swung his hand, and the long spear shot out like lightning. It pierced through the quasi-emperor's head and brought the quasi-emperor's body tens of thousands of meters away before nailing him to the ground. Don't let any of them off. Lu Ming's voice rang out. Haha, I've long wanted to make a move. Huang Li's eyes were cold as he charged toward the He clan's experts. Huang Ling, Long Chun, and the others also attacked the He clan's people. Lu Ming, you've already offended the Hung clan. It won't do you any good to offend my He clan. A He clan's expert roared. Kill. Lu Ming took a step forward and threw a punch. The fist force crushed and a quasi-emperor of the He family was torn into pieces. In Lu Ming's eyes, the He clan's people were all scum and deserved to die. Let's go. The He clan's experts roared. They knew that they were no match for Lu Ming. Their figures flickered and rushed in all directions, wanting to escape. However, before they could get far, they seemed to have crashed into an invisible wall and were all blocked. The bubble made a move and sealed the space. Lu Ming, all the experts of my He clan have returned to Celestial City. There are many Emperor-level experts nearby. If you kill us, you will die too. A He clan quasi-emperor roared. Let's end this quickly. This was Lu Ming's response. With a wave of his hand, 9 prison-suppressing monument phantoms appeared and suppressed them. One by one, the He clan's experts were killed. At the same time, the bubble and the others also made a move. It was a complete suppression. In the blink of an eye, only a few of the He clan's experts were left. Lu Ming, we have already sent out the news. You will die without a doubt. The last He clan quasi-emperor roared before he was killed by Lu Ming with a punch. Let's go back to the Origin Mountain Academy. Lu Ming waved his hand and his saint power surged. He swept up Wei Xian and flew toward the Origin Mountain Academy at the fastest speed. Not long after they left, several figures appeared in the sky above the Wei clan, exuding an incomparably powerful aura. These figures were all martial emperors. Obviously, they were all experts of the He clan. Lu Ming, you're courting death. Report this. This time, we must kill Lu Ming. Chapter 2010. Many places in the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard were almost restored, but some cultivation grounds were not yet restored. Now, there were very few geniuses in the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard. Most of them had returned to their respective forces. Only a few geniuses and the teachers of the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard were still there. Of course, because of the previous massacre of the evil god tribe's remnants in Celestial City, many powerful experts temporarily stayed in Celestial City. For example, some experts from Phoenix Palace and Divine Elephant Sect temporarily stayed in the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard. Lu Ming and the others returned to the mountain where they lived to treat Wei Xian's injuries. Fortunately, Wei Xian's injuries were not serious, and he recovered quickly. However, his eyes were very sad. The huge Wei clan was almost wiped out, and he was the only one left. He clan. Wei Xian clenched his fists, and his killing intent was endless. At this time, outside the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard, a group of powerful experts arrived. These were the experts of the He clan, and the leaders were true emperors. He Gao was among them. Everyone, this is the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard. Please wait. 2 teachers of the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard appeared and blocked the experts of the He clan. Is Lu Ming in the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard? Ask him to come out and die. He Gao said coldly. He had wanted to kill Lu Ming for a long time. Everyone, this is the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard. No matter what grudges you have with Lu Ming, settle it outside the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard. A teacher of the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard said, Since you don't want to ask Lu Ming to come out, then we will go in and find him. Another true emperor of the He clan said and stepped forward. Everyone, please wait. The teacher of the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard stretched out his hand and blocked in front of him. Get lost. The He clan's true emperor blasted out a palm, and the terrifying palm force directly sent the teacher of the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard flying and vomiting blood. The teacher of the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard was only a void emperor, and he could not stop the other party at all. Let's go. Many experts of the He clan completely ignored the teachers of the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard and rushed into the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard. Their spiritual sense swept unscrupulously, and they wanted to find Lu Ming. Spread the news. The 2 Yuanshan Holy Courtyard teachers had ugly expressions as they spread the news. The Origin Mountain sacred courtyard originally had 3 great emperors. Other forces did not dare to be presumptuous in the Origin Mountain sacred courtyard. However, after the battle with the evil god tribe, 2 great emperors of the Yuan Mountain sacred courtyard had fallen. This matter had already spread throughout the land of Yuan Mountain. Therefore, the He family dared to barge into the Origin Mountain holy courtyard without any scruples. At the residence of Lu Ming and the others. Suddenly, Lu Ming and the others felt a powerful spiritual sense sweep over them and stop on their bodies. The He clan is here. Lu Ming's eyes darkened, revealing a trace of cold light. She did not expect that the He clan would actually dare to search the Yuan Mountain holy courtyard unscrupulously. Boom, boom. In the distance, a group of experts stepped through the air, causing the void to tremble. The terrifying pressure made it difficult for Lu Ming and the others to breathe. Lu Ming and the others rushed out of the room and stood in the air. He Gao. Lu Ming saw He Gao at a glance, and He Gao's eyes also swept towards Lu Ming and the others. When he swept past Lu Ming, it was full of killing intent, but when he swept past Xiang Xiang, it was full of greed. Xiang Xiang, he must get it. Lu Ming, you killed many experts of my He clan for no reason. You must pay with your life. He Gao was the first to speak, full of cold killing intent. For no reason? What a joke. You said that a life for a life. They killed so many people of the Wei clan. They are also paying with their lives. Lu Ming sneered. How can the people of the Wei clan be compared with my He clan? He Gao retorted. Ha ha ha. This time, Lu Ming laughed crazily. His laughter was full of contempt. This made the faces of the He clan sink. Your He clan can still put yourself in such a high position, in my opinion. Your He clan is not even comparable to a dog. Lu Ming mocked. What did you say? Courting death. Reckless dog. The people of the He clan were furious. You still have the face? Let me ask you, when the evil god tribe invaded, where did your He clan go? In order to protect the land of Yuan Mountain, the others risked their lives and fought a bloody battle with the evil god tribe. But your He clan was a coward, and when the battle ended, you ran out to reap the benefits. Are you still human? If you are not worse than a dog, then what are you? Lu Ming's mocking voice sounded continuously. When he thought of the various great emperors fighting to the death, and in the end, the Chaos Heaven Great Emperor and Heavenly Fire Great Emperor's lives were unknown. There were also some other forces that suffered heavy losses in the battle with the evil god tribe, and many experts died. But now, the He clan and Hung clan ran out to snatch the territories of these forces and even killed the people of these forces. At the thought of this, Lu Ming's anger burned fiercely. What nonsense are you talking about? How dare you insult my He clan? You are courting death. You have a sharp tongue. You must die today. The people of the He clan shouted one after another. Boom, boom, boom. The people of the He clan emitted a powerful aura. Lu Ming, let me tell you, no one can save you today, not even great Emperor Wu Xiang. Also, this old man will help you take care of your disciple Xiang Xiang. He Gao transmitted his voice to Lu Ming. Old dog. Lu Ming's eyes were filled with endless killing intent. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. At this moment, on the nearby mountain peak, several figures flew over and landed in front of Lu Ming and the others. Their bodies also emitted powerful auras. There were void emperors, true emperors, and all. These experts came from the Phoenix Palace, Divine Elephant Sect, Divine Origin Empire, and other forces. They had just wiped out the evil god tribe and temporarily stayed here, not returning yet. You want to stop my He clan with just a few small forces? You overestimate yourselves. He Gao sneered. Then, several figures flashed over from afar, and all of them were terrifying experts. There were even more experts from the He clan, most of whom were martial emperors. There were also a few true emperors. The number of experts from the He clan caused the experts from the Phoenix Palace and Divine Elephant Sect to be greatly alarmed. The He clan was a great emperor-level force. They were too powerful and had many true emperors. It was not something the likes of the Phoenix Palace and Divine Elephant Sect could compare to. Today, I will personally take Lu Ming's head. He Gao spoke and stepped forward, his powerful aura locking onto Lu Ming. The true emperors from the Phoenix Palace, Divine Elephant Sect, and Divine Origin Empire wanted to help, but they were locked onto by the He clan's aura. The moment they moved, the He clan would unleash a thunderous attack. Lu Ming's expression turned solemn. He was locked onto by He Gao's aura, and he could not move at all. A true emperor was too strong, and he was not someone he could fight against. Lu Ming narrowed his eyes, and a sharp light flashed in them. He was considering whether or not to take control of the Heaven Emperor's body. Let's see how you kill him. Chapter 2011. A figure landed in front of Lu Ming and cut off He Gao's aura, relieving the pressure on Lu Ming. Senior Bing Mu. Lu Ming's eyes flashed. That figure was actually Qiu Yu's master, Bing Mu. If you want to fight, I'll kill you too. He Gao was incomparably domineering. His palm was like a blade, slashing down at Bing Mu, wanting to kill him. Ice Seal. Bing Mu pointed with his finger. Suddenly, with Bing Mu's finger as the center, endless ice spread out, as if it could freeze everything. The temperature of the world plummeted. A terrifying cold chi not only froze He Gao's saber light, but it also extended towards He Gao. "Break for me!" He Gao roared out. His world energy erupted as a terrifying power blasted towards the icy chi. However, wherever the cold chi passed, even the world energy of the ice curtain was frozen. The terrifying cold chi enveloped He Gao. In the blink of an eye, an ice mountain appeared in the air, and He Gao was frozen inside. Just one move was enough to freeze a true emperor. This was quite shocking. One could see He Gao's shocked expression through the iceberg. He didn't expect to be frozen by Bing Mu in one move. Attack together. A true emperor from the He clan roared and attacked the iceberg together. Boom! The iceberg exploded, and He Gao retreated frantically. His face was pale, and his body was covered in a layer of frost. "She's strong. Attack together and kill her." He Gao roared and channeled his world energy to expel the frost from his body. Meanwhile, the true emperors from the He clan attacked Bing Mu together. The combined attack of several emperors was frightening, but Bing Mu wasn't afraid at all. He pointed with his finger, and an icy energy spread out, stopping all of the attacks from the He clan. So strong. Lu Ming was also secretly shocked. Ice Screen's ability was indeed very powerful. The true emperors from the He clan weren't ordinary, but Bing Mu was still able to stop them all. No wonder why Bing Mu dared to attack Daluo Heaven sect alone. Ordinary true emperors wouldn't dare to do so. After dozens of moves, the He clan's true emperors couldn't do anything to Bing Mu. They retreated with an ugly expression. "You're Bing Mu from Soul Sacred Palace." Someone from the He clan recognized Bing Mu and said seriously, "That's right." Bing Mu didn't deny it. "Bing Mu, are you sure you want to oppose our He clan? It's not good for Soul Sacred Palace." He Gao said coldly. "Haha, the He clan is still an imperial power, yet you're mobilizing so many experts just because some quasi-emperors can't defeat a few juniors. Don't you think it's embarrassing?" Bing Mu mocked. The He clan's expression turned ugly. Indeed, they were a dignified emperor-level force. However, some of the older quasi-emperors were no match for Lu Ming, a junior. Therefore, the He family mobilized so many people and sent so many martial emperors to deal with Lu Ming. "Do you think that my He clan mobilized so many experts and mobilized so many people just because of this matter?" One of the He clan's true emperors said. Many people's expressions changed. Could it be that the He clan came here for some other reason? Lu Ming pretended to be someone from the He clan and hunted down the Hong clan's disciples. Later on, he pretended to be someone from the Hong clan and hunted down our disciples, instigating a war between the two clans. In the end, our clan suffered great losses and deserves death. One of the He clan's true emperors said coldly. What? Many people were shocked. Such a thing actually happened? Many had heard of the war between the two clans. The reason was that the He clan's true emperor, He Gao, had taken a treasure from the Hong clan. The Hong clan was indignant and sent experts to hunt down the He clan's disciples. The He clan retaliated by sending experts to hunt down the Hong clan's disciples. Because of this, the conflict between the two sides escalated. Could it be that Lu Ming was behind this? Lu Ming had mastered the law of chaos. Apart from the law of kings and the strongest law, he could transform everything else. In that case, it was really possible. Everyone's eyes fell on Lu Ming. If this was true, then Lu Ming's means were really shocking. With his own strength, he caused two emperor-level forces to suffer heavy casualties. Lu Ming narrowed his eyes but didn't say anything. He knew that this matter couldn't be hidden for much longer. Back then, the two clans fought because of the deep conflict between them. It was like gunpowder that could be ignited at the slightest spark. However, once both sides calmed down and thought about it carefully, they would find many loopholes and easily link it to Lu Ming. Lu Ming, you don't need to deny it. We've carefully analyzed it and talked to the Hong clan. You're definitely behind this. One of the He clan's true emperors said. That's right, I did it. Lu Ming said. Since they had guessed it, there was no need to deny it. Little animal, you deserve to die 10,000 times. He Gao screamed. wanting nothing more than to tear Lu Ming to pieces. Lu Ming actually used his matter to start a war between the two clans. How hateful. That's right. He deserves to die 10,000 times. At this time, a cold voice came from the sky. Then, another group of experts descended. The Hung clan, Bing Mu said solemnly. The Hung clan is here too. Huang Ling, Long Qin, Ouyang Wushuang, and the others had ugly expressions. After the He clan, the Hung clan also arrived. Moreover, the experts from the Hung clan weren't any weaker than the He clan. How were they going to fight? Lu Ming was the only one who looked calm. Lu Ming, how dare you sow discord and cause great losses to the Hung clan? You deserve to die 10,000 times. Hand over the heavenly emperor's sword, and we'll leave your corpse intact. One of the Hung clan's true emperors said coldly. Another bunch of cowards who are worse than pigs and dogs. Lu Ming said indifferently. Some people were shocked. In the face of such a situation, Lu Ming actually dared to criticize the Hung family. He was really bold. The experts from the Hung clan were all furious. Lu Ming, you'll suffer a fate worse than death. You'll pay a heavy price for your words. One of the Hung clan's true emperors said coldly. You're so easily angered. It seems like you all know how despicable you are but refuse to admit it. Once others pointed out, you use force to suppress others to hide your despicableness and shamelessness. You're just deceiving yourselves. Despicable is despicable. Lu Ming said indifferently. His voice reverberated throughout the area. The He clan and Hung clan's faces were extremely ugly. When others were fighting against the evil god tribe, they went into hiding. After that, they came out to snatch other people's territory. They knew in their hearts whether they were despicable or not. However, they would never admit it and forbid others from saying it. Once they did, they would die. A bunch of lowly people who deceive themselves. Lu Ming's words hit the nail on the head. Chapter 2012. Well said. A group of despicable people who deceive themselves and others. A voice could be heard. The void vibrated and figures flashed. Many figures appeared beside Lu Ming and the rest. They were the teachers of Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard. The teachers of Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard included void emperors and true emperors. Boom. The aura of the teachers of Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard clashed with the aura of many experts of Hung clan, causing a terrible collision and rumbling sound in the air. The commotion here was too shocking. It spread far and wide. Outside Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard, many people felt the pressure like a mountain. One after another rose into the air and looked at this side. The experts of He clan and Hung clan are confronting Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard. It seems like it's because of Lu Ming. He clan and Hung clan, they are really shameless. Now they come out and dare to attack Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard. It's nothing more than bullying the death of two great emperors of Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard and the injury of Wuxiang Great Emperor. Many people were extremely unhappy with He clan and Hung clan, but their voices were very low, for fear of being heard by the experts of the two clans. So what if they were unhappy? He clan and Hung clan were great emperor-level forces, with great emperors in charge. The number of true emperors and void emperors was even more. Today, it's really lively. At this time, a voice came from afar, and then everyone saw a rainbow light, like a divine sword, cut through the void and flew toward Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard. Within each streak of rainbow light was a powerhouse. Their auras were incomparably shocking. So strong, so many martial emperors. Someone exclaimed with a dignified face. When the rainbow light converged, a group of experts arrived at Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard, faintly forming a triangle with He clan and Hung clan, surrounding Lu Ming and others in the middle. Daluo Heaven Sect. Someone exclaimed and took a breath of cold air. The people of Daluo Heaven Sect also came, another great emperor-level force. Your Daluo Heaven Sect also wants to join in the fun? A teacher of Yuan Mountain Saint Courtyard said. It's none of your business. We came today to kill Lu Ming. He killed our Daluo Heaven Sect's King Physique. He must die. A true emperor of Daluo Heaven Sect said coldly. The King Physique he mentioned was naturally referring to Luo Pokong. On Lu Ming's side, the expressions of many people became even more unsightly. The Hung family, the He family, and the Daluo Heaven sect were all great emperor-level forces. Each of them was extremely powerful and had a deep foundation. Each one of them was extremely terrifying. Now, the three forces had joined forces to kill Lu Ming. Although Lu Ming also had some experts on his side, in addition to the teachers of Yuanshan Holy Courtyard, it was impossible for them to fight against the three major forces. The disparity in strength was too great. If they fought, they would probably be wiped out. Today, since Lu Ming is in my Yuanshan Holy Court, my Yuanshan Holy Court must protect him, a teacher of Yuanshan Holy Academy said. Then let's destroy the Yuanshan Holy Academy as well, a true emperor from the Han clan said with murderous intent. Today, the arrival of the three major powers gave them confidence. Even if the Origin Mountain Sacred Academy was at its peak, with three great sovereigns present, they wouldn't be afraid, let alone now. Only great sovereign Wuxiang was left. The people watching from afar were shocked. Since Yuanshan Sacred Academy wanted to interfere, they even wanted to destroy Yuanshan Sacred Academy. What's the point of talking so much with them? Just destroy them. He Gao shouted, provoking everyone to attack. Suddenly, the experts of the He clan, Han clan, and Daluo Heaven sect were filled with power and murderous intent, ready to launch a thunderous attack. Get ready to fight. A true emperor from Yuanshan Holy Court roared. The experts on Lu Ming's side took out their imperial weapons, ready to fight. At that instant, a strong pressure filled the air. In the face of this pressure, even the true emperor's faces changed drastically, as if a great disaster was about to befall them. High in the sky, the void cracked, and a figure appeared out of thin air. Great Sovereign Wuxiang, someone said with a dignified face. This figure was Great Sovereign Wuxiang. This is Yuanshan Holy Court. I won't let you touch Lu Ming. All of you, back off. Great Sovereign Wuxiang said with a gentle voice, not overbearing, but there was a supreme majesty that made people dare not refute. Wuxiang, I'm afraid you can't protect him today. As soon as Great Sovereign Wuxiang's voice fell, a majestic voice was heard. Suddenly, a figure appeared in the sky, shrouded in endless light, but many people could still recognize who it was. It was the great sovereign of Han clan. Today, the three martial monarch factions had indeed come prepared. Now, the great sovereign had come in person. No one can save him for killing our Daluo Heaven sect's imperial physique. Then, another voice was heard. This voice was cold and overbearing, filled with murderous intent. In another direction, another figure appeared, shrouded in endless black light. His figure was vague, but his aura was strong and earth-shattering. The great sovereign of Daluo Heaven sect. The great sovereign of Daluo Heaven sect was called Great Sovereign Tianluo. Two great sovereigns appeared. Their auras were extremely powerful, like two eternal universes, floating in the sky, giving people a strong pressure. It's over. Lu Ming is finished today. There is only one great sovereign in Yuanshan Holy Court. He can't protect Lu Ming at all. That's right, there are still great sovereigns in He clan. Even if the three great sovereigns of Yuanshan Holy Court are here, Lu Ming is in danger today. Lu Ming is finished today. He is going to die. It's a pity for such an outstanding talent. In the distance, many people sighed. At this moment, many people were on Lu Ming's side, because He clan, Han clan, and Daluo Heaven sect were too despicable. They didn't appear during the battle with Evil God clan. Of course, they supported Lu Ming, but no one would really help Lu Ming. It was undoubtedly courting death. It was a pity. Then I will kill you first. Just after Great Sovereign Tianluo appeared, another voice was heard, and then a terrifying sword light shone. This sword light was too dazzling. It came from the sky, splitting the whole sky into two halves. Great Sovereign Tianluo's face changed. He shouted angrily. Endless light rushed up. He waved his hand, and an incomparably mysterious aura filled the air. That was the aura of Great Tao. The Great Sovereign controlled the Great Tao of heaven and earth. Boom! A big seal floated out. It was very similar to Luo Tsangqiong's divine seal of deprivation, but it was many times more powerful than the divine seal of deprivation. The big seal flew out and bombarded with the dazzling sword light. At this moment, The dazzling light was so dazzling that many people couldn't open their eyes. When the light disappeared, an old man appeared in front of great sovereign Tianluo. It was a very old man, leaning on a walking stick, like an ordinary old man. Uncle Kong. Lu Ming's heart moved. It seemed that Uncle Kong had been paying attention to him. At this time, when Lu Ming was in danger, Uncle Kong still stood up. Who was this person? Could it be that the sword light just now was slashed by him? So terrifying. He is also a great sovereign, but I have never heard of him. It seems that he came to help Lu Ming. There is actually a great sovereign expert behind Lu Ming. Chapter 2013. On the surface, there were only a few great emperors in Yuan Mountain, but in reality, there were definitely more than that. It was normal for Lu Ming to have a great emperor behind him. Old man, it's you. Great Emperor Tianluo narrowed his eyes and looked at Uncle Kong. Lu Ming is the Great Evolution Pill Hall's hallmaster. If you dare touch him, I'll kill you. Uncle Kong said slowly, but his voice was filled with killing intent. Many people were shocked. This old man was really domineering and powerful. If Great Emperor Tianluo wanted to kill Lu Ming, he would kill Great Emperor Tianluo. Could it be that this old man was that powerful? Kill me? Dan Kong, you're too confident. Even if you were at your peak, you might not be able to do anything to me. Now that you're injured, are you my match? Great Emperor Tianluo sneered. In the battle with the evil god tribe, several great emperors had been injured in order to send the evil god tribe's great emperor through the gate of world viewing. Great emperors had the protection of the great Tao, so it was difficult for them to be injured. However, once they were injured, it would be difficult for them to recover. During this period of time, great emperors like the sacred great emperor were in seclusion to recover. However, Uncle Kong and great emperor Wu Xiang's injuries had not healed, and their battle strength was not at their peak. That was why great Emperor Tianluo said that, "Despicable. The great emperors were injured in the battle with the evil god tribe, but they're here to take advantage of us." Huangli couldn't help but roar. Great Emperor Tianluo's gaze swept over Huangli with a cold light. Huangli was fearless and glared at Great Emperor Tianluo. Clang. Uncle Kong didn't say anything else and directly unsheathed his sword. At this moment, Uncle Kong revealed his peerless sharpness. He had transformed from a haggard old man into a peerless swordsman. Boom. Facing an injured Uncle Kong, Great Emperor Tianluo didn't dare to be careless. He circulated his power to the extreme, and a large seal floated above his head as he cautiously confronted Uncle Kong. "I'm afraid the two of you won't be able to save Lu Ming." At this moment, a cold voice rang out. A figure floated above the heads of the He clan's experts. Many people's hearts trembled. Great Emperor He clan, Great Emperor He clan, had appeared. 3 great emperors from the 3 great emperors' forces. Lu Ming was really finished today. Emperor Wu Xiang and nameless great emperor. Lu Ming had 2 great emperors on his side, but they couldn't fend off 3 great emperors. Moreover, there were so many experts from the 3 forces. On Lu Ming's side, if a great emperor didn't help him, Lu Ming would be dead for sure. Many people sighed. Boom. The great emperor of Wu Xiang released a powerful aura. However, the great emperor of the Hung family also released his aura and locked onto the great emperor of Wu Xiang, preventing him from helping Lu Ming. You're a great emperor, yet you still need several people to join forces to deal with a junior. You're really a disgrace to the great emperors. Emperor Wu Xiang said. Lu Ming tried to drive a wedge between us, so he must pay the price. Also, we came here today to deal with Lu Ming. There's one more thing we need to tell you, Wu Xiang. From now on, Celestial City belongs to He clan and Hung clan. The same goes for Yuanshan Holy Courtyard. Wu Xiang, you should leave Celestial City. Great Emperor He clan said coldly. What? Many people were enraged when they heard that, especially Lu Ming and the rest of the people from the Sacred Academy of Yuan Mountain. Hung clan and He clan wanted to take over Yuanshan Holy Courtyard for themselves. It couldn't be described as despicable. Ha ha ha, what bullshit great emperors. I think you're just a few old dogs, shameless old dogs. Lu Ming clenched his fists and laughed. His words made Great Emperor He clan, Great Emperor Hung clan, and Great Emperor Tianluo squint their eyes. They looked at Lu Ming with sharp eyes. As for the others from the three forces, they were furious. Lu Ming, what did you say? How dare you insult the great emperors? You're courting death. The other people from He clan and Hung clan roared. Am I wrong? In my opinion, your three great emperors are not even as good as the evil god tribe. The three great emperors of Yuanshan Holy Courtyard and a few other great emperors risked their lives to protect Yuanshan Holy Courtyard. Great emperors Tianhua and Hun Tian are still alive. The other great emperors were injured because of this, but you guys took advantage of the situation. Not only are you afraid of death, but you also want to seize the territory of those who fought against the evil god tribe. If you're not dogs, what are you? No, I'm wrong. Even dogs are loyal. Calling you dogs is an insult to dogs. Lu Ming sneered again and again. He felt a ball of fire burning in his chest. Many people were angry, but the people from He clan, Hung clan, and Daluo Heaven sect were red in the face and looked at Lu Ming angrily. Humph, you speak so righteously as if you've made a great contribution. Lu Ming, what are you doing when the evil god tribe invaded? A young man from He clan and Hung clan couldn't help but ask. I'm fighting against the evil god tribe. Lu Ming said loudly. Fighting against the evil god tribe? It sounds good, but you're just taking the opportunity to kill a few small fries. What's the use of that for the big picture? Don't put yourself so high. A young man from He clan mocked. Hee, like ancestor, like descendant. At this time, Emperor Wu Xiang sneered with a hint of sarcasm. Then, his voice suddenly rose. Then I'll tell you today. What did Lu Ming do in the battle against the evil god tribe? The void passage opened by the evil god tribe was sealed by Lu Ming. Emperor Wu Xiang's voice was loud and clear, like a gust of wind, blowing in all directions, spreading throughout the entire celestial city. What? The void passage was sealed by Lu Ming? How is that possible? With Lu Ming's cultivation, how could he do it? Many people showed an expression of disbelief. Absolutely impossible. You're deliberately raising Lu Ming's status. With Lu Ming's cultivation, how is that possible? Who would believe such a thing? Hung clan, and Daluo Heaven sect suddenly shouted, refuting Emperor Wu Xiang. Lu Ming used the law of primal chaos to revive an ancient chaos stone plate. Back then, during the battle to seal the void passage, it was us old guys who assisted Lu Ming and finally succeeded in sealing the void passage. I swear in the name of the great emperor, this is absolutely true. If it wasn't for Lu Ming, the land of Yuan Mountain would still be caught in the flames of war. Now, they want to kill the meritorious subject. Are you all so indifferent? Emperor Wu Xiang's voice spread throughout Celestial City. He didn't say it to the people of Hong clan, He clan, and Daluo Heaven sect, but to the others in Celestial City. Many people's eyes changed. Emperor Wu Xiang, speaking in the name of the great emperor, there was no mistake. They didn't expect that so many things had happened behind the scenes in the battle that day. They didn't expect that the greatest meritorious subject was actually Lu Ming. However, Lu Ming had never mentioned this matter. If it wasn't for the three major forces forcing Emperor Wu Xiang to tell the truth, no one would know. Now, the three major forces wanted to kill the greatest meritorious subject of the evil god tribe. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Chapter 2014. In a flash, many people joined Lu Ming's team, including true emperors and empty emperors. They released their auras to help Lu Ming's team fight against the three major forces. A bunch of small fries who think they can change the outcome of the battle. Great Emperor Tianluo said coldly, Wu Xiang, you've said so much just to find a few more helpers. But what's the use of a bunch of small fries? Attack and kill Lu Ming. Kill anyone who stands in our way. Great Emperor Hung said. Boom. Great Emperor Heng's aura burst out and locked onto Great Emperor Wu Xiang. At this moment, apart from Lu Ming, the auras of the powerhouses from the three forces locked onto the rest of the people. Which one of you will attack and kill Lu Ming? Great Emperor, he said coldly. I'll kill him. A middle-aged man in his 50s stepped out from the He family. A terrifying aura swept towards Lu Ming like a tidal wave. This man was called He Gao, a small emperor realm void emperor. He had just broken through to the small emperor realm and was a one-star void emperor. This was a good opportunity for him to show off in front of Great Emperor He. Perhaps, Great Emperor He would reward him. Martial Emperor. Huang Ling, Long Chun, Luo Tianyi, and the rest were shocked. The teachers of the Origin Mountain Sacred Institution, Phoenix Palace, Divine Elephant Sect, and Bing Mu were shocked. They wanted to attack, but they realized that they were locked onto. The auras of the three major forces locked onto them. As long as they moved, they would be attacked by lightning. Moreover, those who were targeting them were very strong. Clang. Uncle Kong made his move. Sword Chi whistled, and a terrifying sword light slashed towards He Gao. Old man, I'm your opponent. Great Emperor Tianluo shouted. The seal vibrated and shot out a divine light, blocking Uncle Kong's sword light. Then, the seal vibrated and charged towards Uncle Kong. Sword Chi whistled as the battle between Uncle Kong and Great Emperor Tianluo broke out. The two exchanged a few blows and rushed into the dark void to fight. Boom. At the same time, Great Emperor Wu Xiang also exchanged a blow with Great Emperor Hung from a distance. Great Emperor Wu Xiang couldn't spare any time to help. His strength was originally slightly stronger than Great Emperor Heng's, and he defeated Great Emperor Hung the last time they fought. But now that he had yet to recover from his injuries, he might be at a disadvantage against the Hung clan's Great Emperor. Bang! Bang! He Gao stepped into the void. With every step he took, the void trembled. His aura became stronger and stronger. Like a storm, it pressed down on Lu Ming. He was like a giant looking down on Lu Ming. Lu Ming, it's your honor to die by my hands. Kill. He Gao's palm was like a knife as he slashed down at Lu Ming. A pale white saber light filled with coldness caused the temperature of the place to plummet. Fight! Lu Ming shouted. He took a step forward and the aura on his body surged wildly. All the saint power in his body gathered at his fingertip, and he pointed out. The energy between heaven and earth gathered crazily at Lu Ming's fingertip. Then, an extremely condensed finger force burst out and collided with He Gao's saber light. Ding! There was a sharp sound of collision, and the force rolled out. He Gao's saber light shattered and turned into nothing. It was blocked. Many people couldn't help but widen their eyes. The attack of a martial emperor expert had been blocked by Lu Ming. The most shocking thing was that Lu Ming had blocked his opponent's attack and didn't even take a step back. What terrifying combat strength! Many people exclaimed. He Gao's eyes were filled with anger. Although he hadn't used his full strength in the previous attack, Lu Ming was unscathed and didn't even take a step back. He felt embarrassed. Moreover, he glanced around and saw that the He clan's patriarch's face had darkened. His heart sank. Did the He clan's great emperor have a bad impression of him? Damn it. It's all Lu Ming's fault. I'm going to tear him into pieces. He Gao roared in his heart, and a cold murderous intent appeared in his eyes. Kill! He Gao shouted. The martial emperor expert's power of the world circulated wildly. His palm turned into a dazzling saber light and slashed out, causing heaven and earth to shake. Lu Ming narrowed his eyes slightly. His figure moved. Instead of retreating, he charged toward He Gao. Boom! Boom! Lu Ming punched continuously. Illusions of the prison-suppressing monument appeared and collided with He Gao's saber light. The illusions of the prison-suppressing monument exploded, but the saber light was also blocked. Song of the Four Seasons. After failing to take down Lu Ming, He Gao became anxious and used the He clan's divine skill, Song of the Four Seasons. His saber force suddenly changed. At first, it was like winter snow. Then, it turned into spring. In the next moment, it was like the scorching sun in the sky. The saber force changed and its power increased greatly. It shattered the prison-suppressing monument that Lu Ming had condensed. The saber light continued to attack Lu Ming. Lu Ming retreated continuously. Kill! The moment Lu Ming retreated, He Gao's saber force became even more ferocious. It swept toward Lu Ming crazily. Chi. At that moment, Lu Ming used the chaotic tribulation finger. He pointed out several fingers with his right hand, and the finger force collided with He Gao's saber light. Endless runes appeared on Lu Ming's left hand. A true dragon roared and pounced toward He Gao. Insignificant skill, He Gao shouted. A saber light burst out and defeated the true dragon. However, the true dragon turned into endless runes and spread toward He Gao, trying to seal him. The power of combining 3 scrolls of the 9 scrolls of array formation was indeed very mysterious. He Gao's expression changed slightly. The power of the world burst out and shattered the endless runes. Next, the two fought fiercely. In the blink of an eye, they had exchanged more than 10 moves. He Gao was indeed very powerful. Although he had just become an empty emperor, he was a martial emperor after all. His combat power far exceeded that of a quasi-emperor. Every move of his contained the power of the world and was extremely powerful. Lu Ming relied on the use of 2 laws to barely block the attack. But even so, everyone was still shocked. Lu Ming was only an absolute saint and had not reached the complete absolute saint. He was only at the peak of the absolute saint realm. However, he could fight against a martial emperor and block him. This was too shocking. Many experts from the He clan, Hong clan, and Daluo Heaven sect were shocked. With Lu Ming's combat power, if he became an empty emperor or even a true emperor in the future, how powerful would he be? What if he became a great emperor? Thinking of this, they felt a chill in their hearts. Even the great emperors of the He clan, Hong clan, and Tianluo Heaven Emperor had cold looks in their eyes. The more talented Lu Ming was, the more he deserved to die. Go to hell. He Gao had not taken down Lu Ming since the start of the battle. He became more and more impatient. Originally, with his temperament, he would not be like this. The main reason was that he, a martial emperor, could not take down Lu Ming after so many moves. Under the watchful eyes of so many people, he could not accept it. That was why he was like this. His saber aura became fiercer and fiercer. He could not wait to cut Lu Ming into pieces. Destruction, chaotic calamity finger. At this moment, Lu Ming suddenly pointed a finger. Chapter 2015. Lu Ming used his strongest move. A huge chaotic calamity finger was formed, and it was covered with array runes. It was the initial combination of the destruction scroll and the chaotic calamity finger. Bam! Bam! The chaotic calamity finger blasted out, and He Gao's saber light shattered. He Gao's expression changed, and he roared. A world seemed to appear on his body, and he slashed out. The saber light seemed to contain a world. Boom! The chaotic calamity finger was finally destroyed by He Gao, but He Gao retreated 10 miles. A martial emperor had been defeated by Lu Ming. Many people gasped, and they were so shocked that they couldn't speak. He was only a peak absolute saint, but he had defeated a martial emperor. No one would believe such a battle result. Such a battle result could scare people to death. Ah, damn it! He Gao roared. He had lost all his dignity today. Even if he could kill Lu Ming, it would be a stain on his life, and it might even become his inner demon. Is this the martial emperor of the He clan? Is this all he has? He is indeed worse than a pig. Not only is his character bad, but his combat strength is also bad. Lu Ming mocked. You! He Gao was so angry that his chest heaved up and down, and he almost vomited blood. Calm down. He is deliberately provoking you. Use all your strength to kill him and wash away your shame. A voice entered He Gao's ears. It was the voice of the great emperor of the He clan. The voice of the great emperor of the He clan seemed to have a magical power that calmed He Gao down. He knew that he had been too anxious, and he hadn't fully unleashed his combat strength. Buzz! A saber appeared in his hand, and the saber light tore through the air. It was extremely sharp. As He Gao's power of the world poured in, the saber's aura became stronger, and the terrifying saber force kept pressing down on Lu Ming. This was an imperial weapon. The power of an imperial weapon controlled by a martial emperor was completely different from when a martial emperor controlled it. Only a martial emperor could unleash the full power of an imperial weapon. Boom! A world floated above He Gao's body. It was obviously not complete, and it was filled with chaos, but it still gave people a terrifying pressure. Kill! He Gao shouted and slashed down with his saber. The power of this slash was a lot stronger than before. Lu Ming's eyes narrowed. He pushed his cultivation base to the limit and pointed out. It was still the annihilation chaos finger of calamity. However, this time, when the blade light slashed down, the chaotic finger of calamity shattered. The terrifying power rushed towards Lu Ming, causing Lu Ming to retreat quickly. This is the true strength of a martial emperor. Lu Ming suppressed the surging qi and blood in his body as he muttered to himself. In the end, his strength was still slightly weaker than that of a martial emperor. If he reached the peak of the absolute saint realm, he was confident that he could fight with He Gao. Looks like Lu Ming is still no match for him. A martial emperor is a martial emperor after all. Lu Ming is only a martial emperor at the pinnacle of the absolute saint realm. However, the fact that Lu Ming can fight a martial emperor to this extent is already terrifying enough. Some people were discussing, Lu Ming, I won't let you die so easily. I'll make you suffer until you die. He Gao approached Lu Ming step by step. His cold voice rang in Lu Ming's ears. I was just playing with you earlier. Now, I can send you on your way. At this moment, Lu Ming smiled faintly. His eyes were filled with murderous intent. Earlier, he had fought with all his might only to test the limits of his combat strength. Many people were stunned. What did Lu Ming mean? Did he want to kill He Gao? Send me on my way? Ha ha ha, you're really boasting shamelessly. You want to anger me with this, right? Unfortunately, it won't go as you wish. Kill. He Gao shouted. His body exploded with a dazzling light. His entire body seemed to have merged with the saber in his hand. He turned into a terrifying blade light and attacked Lu Ming. The blade light broke through the air and whistled through the air. It was terrifying. Many people's hearts were in their mouths. Perhaps Lu Ming was going to die under this blade. In an instant, the blade light was close to Lu Ming. Oh no! At this moment, Huang Ling, Long Chun, and the others were shocked. At this moment, Changzhe from Phoenix Palace and Divine Elephant Sect, as well as Bing Mu and the others, wanted to help. However, the experts from the He family, Hong family, and Daluo Heaven Sect flashed and blocked their way. Master! Lu Xiangxiang shouted. She wanted to rush over, but one of the experts on the other side released a burst of energy. Lu Xiangxiang's figure flew back. Just when everyone thought that Lu Ming was going to be killed by this blade, they saw a sword light. The sword light lit up in Lu Ming's hand and slashed at the blade light that He Gao had turned into. Then, an inconceivable scene appeared. The sword light slashed past, and the blade light broke into two from the middle. Bam! The blade light shattered. Then, everyone saw He Gao frantically retreat 100 miles away. His eyes were wide open as he stared at Lu Ming. He Gao spat out two words with difficulty. Then, a line of blood appeared between his eyebrows and quickly spread to his entire body. Rip! He Gao's body was split into two and fell to the ground. He was dead. He Gao was dead. The scene fell into a dead silence. Just now, He Gao clearly had the absolute advantage and wanted to kill Lu Ming with one slash. Everyone thought that Lu Ming was most likely dead. But now, why was He Gao the one who died? The sword of the Celestial Emperor. You can actually control the sword of the Celestial Emperor. A true emperor from the Hong family shouted. Everyone's gaze was on Lu Ming's hand. Lu Ming was holding a stone sword in his hand. The sword of the Celestial Emperor. Many people's hearts trembled. Lu Ming could actually control the Heavenly Emperor's sword and unleash its power to kill He Gao with one slash. How could a mere absolute saint control the Heavenly Emperor's sword and unleash its power? They naturally did not know that Lu Ming had a technique to control the Heavenly Emperor's body. The Heavenly Emperor's sword had merged with the Heavenly Emperor's body. Now, the energy stored in the Heavenly Emperor's body had reached 12%. If Lu Ming could control the Heavenly Emperor's body, he could naturally control the Heavenly Emperor's sword as well. Just now, Lu Ming had controlled the Heavenly Emperor's sword and easily killed He Gao. Who else wants to kill me? Lu Ming held the stone sword and glanced at the He family, Hung family, and Daluo Heaven Sect. Humph, a mere absolute saint. You think you're invincible just because you can barely unleash a trace of the Heavenly Emperor's sword's power? The Heavenly Emperor's sword should belong to the Hung family. Hand it over. An expert from the Hung family stepped forward. A terrifying aura crazily pressed toward Lu Ming. Martial Emperor. This person was also a minor emperor, void emperor. But this person's aura was many times stronger than He Gao's. He was probably an expert among the void emperors. If you want the heavenly emperor's sword, come and get it. Lu Ming held the sword and faced the expert from the Hung family. Boom. Chapter 2016. The expert from the Hung family was cautious and attacked from a distance. He reached out his hand and grabbed at Lu Ming. A huge claw was formed and grabbed at Lu Ming. Kill! Lu Ming shouted. He held the sword with both hands and slashed down. A ray of sword light slashed forward like a crescent moon. It was so fast that a dark crack appeared in the space where the sword light passed. Poof! The giant hand formed by the expert from the Hung family was cut in half by the sword light. The sword light did not stop and continued to attack the expert from the Hung family. It was so fast that the expert could not react in time. Fall back! The great emperor from the Hung family shouted, but it was too late. Poof! Blood splattered everywhere as the elite from the Hung family was sliced in half by the sword. His soul naturally dissipated in the sword radiance. Another martial emperor was killed. Furthermore, this person was not someone that He Gao could compare to. He was a powerful figure among the void emperors. However, he could not block Lu Ming's sword. Many people looked at the stone sword in Lu Ming's hand in awe. Of course, there were also people who were greedy. Lu Ming was only an absolute saint, but he could exert such terrifying power. What would happen if a martial emperor controlled the sword? Damn it! How dare you? The other experts from the Hung family reacted and shouted, "Ha ha ha, good job." Emperor Wu Xiang laughed, and the great emperor from the Hung family looked pale. Who else wants to kill me? Lu Ming pointed the stone sword at the Hung family. The experts of the Hung family all had ugly expressions on their faces. They were filled with killing intent, anger, and fear. They did not know how powerful Lu Ming could be with the sword of the heavenly emperor. Therefore, no one dared to step forward. Didn't you all want to kill me? Why? Are you all useless now? Lu Ming pointed the stone sword at the Daluo Heaven sect. The people from the Daluo Heaven sect looked pale. However, no one stepped forward. In the end, Lu Ming pointed the stone sword at the He family. He Gao, you old dog, come out and die. Lu Ming shouted, his killing intent bursting forth. Today, he wanted He Gao's head as a sacrifice to the Ice Dragon Valley Master. He Gao's expression darkened. Many people's hearts trembled. Lu Ming wanted to challenge He Gao. He Gao wasn't weak even among emperors and could be considered an expert. Given Lu Ming's sage realm cultivation and the control of the sword of the celestial arch, could he really fight against a veteran true emperor like He Gao? He Gao, I challenge you. If you don't dare to accept my challenge, just say so. Lu Ming said loudly, his voice full of mockery. Little bastard, you deserve to die. He Gao roared in his heart. He couldn't wait to slap Lu Ming to death. But now, facing Lu Ming, who was holding the sword of the celestial arch, he wasn't confident. He even felt a little scared. He didn't want to die. He still wanted to survive the tribulation and live a carefree life for hundreds of thousands of years. But now, a junior like Lu Ming was challenging him. If he didn't dare to accept the challenge, he would lose all face. Not only him, but the He family as well. Right now, he couldn't back down. Looks like the He family is a bunch of cowards. They only know how to bully others with their absolute advantage. Once someone shows a hint of a threat, they immediately give up. How embarrassing. Lu Ming continued, his mockery thickening. The He family members' faces turned red. They felt extremely humiliated. He Gao, go ahead and kill him. The He family Grand Emperor stood with his hands behind his back and glanced at He Gao. He Gao's face immediately turned pale. Clearly, the He family Grand Emperor was furious. He had no choice but to obey the He family Grand Emperor's order. Little bastard, I'll make sure you die a horrible death. He Gao's expression was gloomy. He took a step forward and divine light spread out from his body, enveloping him. At the same time, several imperial weapons floated around him. Among them, There were a few defensive imperial weapons that protected him. Ha ha ha, you're really afraid of death. You're facing a junior of the absolute Saint realm, and you're already covering yourself like a turtle shell before the fight even starts. Huangli laughed out loud. Did you see that? He's a coward. The embodiment of cowardice. Huangling said. A bunch of bastards. He Gao roared in his heart. He was being mocked by a few juniors. Even though he was thick-skinned, he couldn't help but turn red. Kill. He turned his anger into killing intent and took out an imperial weapon. The imperial weapon flew out and charged towards Lu Ming. He didn't dare to get too close to Lu Ming. He controlled the imperial weapon and charged towards Lu Ming. He wanted to test his strength first. Whoosh! It was a small silver knife that cut through the void. Its speed was shocking and its power was even more terrifying. However, this slash alone could easily kill any expert among the Void Emperors. Wang. The Heavenly Emperor's sword in Lu Ming's hand vibrated. Lu Ming took advantage of the situation and slashed out. Clang! The stone sword and the small silver knife clashed and a terrifying buzzing sound rang out. The small silver knife vibrated and was sent flying out. That's all there is to it. He Gao's eyes lit up. He felt that although the Heavenly Emperor's sword was powerful, it wasn't too exaggerated. He could completely block it. However, he was still worried. He controlled the small silver knife and turned it into a silver lightning bolt and charged towards Lu Ming. Clang! Clang! Lu Ming's Heavenly Emperor's sword continued to slash out and collided with the small silver knife. After more than 10 collisions, the small silver knife was sent flying out each time. However, Lu Ming also took a few steps back. That's all there is to it. Die. He Gao was finally relieved. His body moved and charged towards Lu Ming. A terrifying knife light burst out from He Gao's hand and slashed towards Lu Ming. Retreat. Many true emperors and void emperors protected the weaker ones and retreated quickly. He Gao's combat strength was really strong. When he unleashed his full strength, a large area would be enveloped by his attack. It was difficult to stand still. Good timing. A cold light flashed in Lu Ming's eyes. He activated the cultivation technique that controlled the Heavenly Emperor's physical body. More energy burst out from the Heavenly Emperor's sword. Wang. Wang. The Heavenly Emperor's sword vibrated continuously, and a layer of terrifying light appeared on the sword. Following that, Lu Ming slashed out and a shocking sword light burst out. A chilling sword light. The sword light slashed down and collided with He Gao's knife light. Boom! Blinding light burst out and endless knife light and sword chi swept out in all directions. The entire sky shook violently. Bam! Then, the knife light shattered and the terrifying sword light bombarded He Gao's defensive imperial weapon. The violent power sent He Gao's body flying like a cannonball. His face was pale. You didn't use your full strength just now? He Gao shouted in fear. Die, you old dog. Lu Ming held the stone sword and seemed to have become one with it. The power of the stone sword surged into his body. He took a step forward and caught up with He Gao. Then, he slashed down again. He Gao roared and unleashed all of his strength. The power of the Heavenly Emperor surged and fought against Lu Ming. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.